Hello, welcome to the Chit Chat Knits podcast. My name is Darcy and I'm the maker at Chit Chat Knits, and I'm excited to sit down and chat with you today about some projects I've finished, some projects I'm working on, some knit-alongs, and just general chat about life. So I'm so glad you've joined me today. I always forget to say it, but if you do enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. All right, so it has been an on the road last few weeks. The last time I chatted with you, I was in Michigan. My husband and I were up there mountain biking. We met up with some friends and just had some wonderful days mountain biking. And then I got home and zipped to Madison to help out with the grandchildren again, which is always my pleasure. I had a great week with them. We did really fun things, including putting shaving cream on some trays, and that my grandson practiced his spelling words in writing them in shaving cream. So sometimes my past teacher life gets to sneak in on the fun with the grandkids. But today I'm looking out my window, there's a lake out there, and the fall colors, I see a fishing boat out there right now. The fall colors are absolutely gorgeous right now. I have some beautiful flowers from a friend in those beautiful fall colors. It's been just spectacular across Wisconsin right now. So I'm hoping that where you are, you're getting to see some beautiful fall too. Do you have fall colors where you are? We have had a beautiful show this year, and I'm so grateful for that. That's my first question. I have another question for you later. But before we move on, I wanted to share with you one of my favorite patterns. Oh, let me turn around so you can see my cute sock blockers. Anyway, these are called the Slipperoo socks, and this is one of my patterns at Chit Chat Knits Designs on Ravelry. And I love these little slipper socks. The weather's turning chilly out, and I grabbed them last night. We came back from biking with some friends, and I grabbed my Slipperoo socks because they are DK weight. So you know what that means. They're warm, they knit up quickly. And I wanted to share this pattern with you, and I have made this pattern 50% off through November 30th. And all you need to do is use the code. This is on Ravelry. So just use the code podcast, PODCAST, and you will get this pattern for 50% off because it's such a fun little pattern to knit. It uses DK weight, less than 50 grams. I didn't look it up for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's less than 50 grams of DK weight. The pattern comes with different leg directions, a little higher, a little lower. They knit up fast. There's a fun little texture design on the top, and they make great gifts. Now is the time for us to start thinking about Christmas gifts. So I wanted you to have this pattern. If you don't already have it, I wanted you to have it at a little discount. So use the code podcast. Speaking of Christmas gifts, are you knitting for Christmas? Does anyone else have the Christmas decorating bug like I do? I know it's way too early. It's only October 16th. It is too early for me to get my Christmas decorations out because I always leave them up through New Year's. I usually take them down New Year's Day. And this year we will have company for a week around that time, so I definitely won't get them down till after New Year's. So if I put them up now, that's a long, long time. Anybody else have the Christmas decorating bug? I told myself this morning, okay, you have to clean out some specific closets. I made my list in my ahead of what closets I have to clean out before I can get my Christmas decorations out. I made a bargain with myself because I do need to clean out some closets. And I also want to sort through Christmas decorations. So now would be a good time to do that, to get them to the thrift store so that they can be used by someone else. I really should just enjoy the fall, shouldn't I? Because it's beautiful out. Speaking of fall and fall colors, do you see that I'm wearing something fun? I'm going to put a picture in. This is a cardigan. Look at that. Now let me give you the details on this. I think I showed it to you before, and I did take a little photo this morning, so we'll make sure that gets in there. But let me tell you what this is. This is called, I've been looking at it, it's called the Hooded Patchwork Squares Cardi. And I bought this pattern on Annie's. It's Annie's catalog or whatever. I just bought it online. But the pattern, okay, I'll get into the details. Okay, first of all, the yarn it calls for is from Red Heart, and it's called Roll With It Melange. And I thought it was so pretty in the picture. I loved the colors. So I went with that yarn. I just ordered that yarn. I ordered it on Amazon. It was easy to get. It was a good price point. It is acrylic. So we're gonna see how this acrylic yarn wears. I don't know. Maybe it'll be really great. I did make modifications from the pattern. Okay, so the pattern had 4 different crochet squares. Now you know that crochet is not my first love. Knitting is my first love. So I only used 2 of the squares. And these were the first 2 I made to just check my gauge. And I actually went down in needle size. I think what I had done is, or hook size. I think I had a certain hook and I didn't quite have what they called for or something like that. So I used a bigger hook and then I ended up going down, buying one and going down. But these were the 2 blocks I used. I only used 2 of the 4. And I think it turned out great because I just alternated the blocks as I sewed them together. And then, so you can see, here's the 2 different blocks. And I thought it worked out fine. Now, if you're looking at the pattern, you're also going to see a difference in the sleeve because I felt that the sleeve on the pattern was also done in the squares. And I felt for me that was going to be way more bulkier, more bulk than I wanted. So I knitted on the sleeves. I just knit them, and I love the way they show the striping. I think that's really fun. The other thing I did, it has a hood, and I did follow the crochet hood instructions. I kind of wish I would have knitted the hood, but crocheting it was faster. And you know what? I have long hair. Who's going to see it anyway? And then the other thing I did, this band is a little bit rolling because I blocked it before I put the bands on, but I haven't blocked it after I put the bands on. So I do need to block it again, but I just knitted the bands on. I just used, so let me tell you what I did. Okay, the pattern called for a size H hook, and I did use that. What do they say? How do they say that? 5.0 millimeters. And that was fine. You were supposed to get a 5-inch square block, and that's what I got. It was fine. And I did steam block my squares before I sewed them together. I probably should have done a better job and really wet blocked them. But I was in a hurry, and I just wanted to do it. The other thing I did, what did I do? So after I got them sewn together, for the body before I added the sleeves and the band. I soaked it. Okay, things don't always go for me like they should, okay? I'll just tell you a little story on myself. Because I'm impatient, I put them in I soaked it, I squished it, and then I thought, I'm gonna put this in the washing machine and spin it. I was at my son's house, who has a top-loading machine. Thought, this is gonna work great. Well, guess what? You probably know that I have a front load, so I know I can't open it up when it's at that stage. Okay, you're smarter than me, so you know what's happening next, right? It got stuck and the lid wouldn't open. Because I just turned the dial to the spin section and I thought, oh my gosh, I have ruined his washing machine. I've gotten the door stuck. So then I kept turning the dial and trying different things. I finally ended up running it through a whole wash cycle and saying a little prayer, and the lid opened. So then I laid it out on the deck to dry in the bright sun, which is probably not also the best idea. How many more things can I do in the wrong way and still have it turn out? It came out. It's fine. It needs another block. You can see some of them are kind of poofy. That one's a little poofy. It is fine. It's cozy. Ugh, it feels so good. I just added 2 buttonholes and 2 buttons. I had these buttons in my stash in my sewing room, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I'm actually leaving on Saturday with my best friend, and we are going to Nashville for a week. We are going to do Music City tours and fun things, and this is going to be the perfect thing to bring along. It'll be perfect to wear on the airplane. If it is a little chilly in the evenings, it'll be great to wear. I have several t-shirts that go well with it. I'm very, very happy with it, even though I did stupid things. So anyway, I like it. It feels great. You know what? It's even going to be great this winter when you get up in the early morning to throw over my pajamas. I'm going to love that. All right, project number 1. Now let me show you this cute little thing. Look at this little mug cozy. Isn't that fun? And look at the coaster that goes with it. It's a leaf. How cute is that? I did a little exchange with Lisa B. And this was hosted by the Carla Knits podcast. And it was so much fun to do a cozy, send a little package with a few things. She sent some tea, some stitch markers, just a few little fun things. And I had a great time creating her package and sending it off. And I was so pleased to get this cute little mug cozy. Thank you so much, Lisa B. I do have some taller mugs too that fits on perfectly. And you know, this time of year, during the day, I have a hot water tap on my sink, and I just like to drink hot water, tea, and even just plain hot water. So I will be using this a lot. Thank you, Lisa. So fun. All right, now, the title of this episode is Sailing Away from Sleeve Island. Because at the beginning of this week, or last week, I had 3 sleeves to knit. The 2 on this, I guess it was about the middle of last week, so about a week ago, I had 3 sleeves to knit. And I really felt like Sleeve Island is a real deal here. So I want to show you the other project that I'm still on sleeve eyeling, but I'll soon be sailing away. All right, a few weeks ago, I told you about my grandson sweater that we've talked about this, how he picked the colors. I gave him some choices of patterns. He picked the pattern. I was able to take it and try it on him last week. The fit is really good. I got the sleeves just right length. I think it's a little bit long, so I'm gonna take it back. He thinks it's fine, but I think it's a little bit long. So I'm just gonna rip it back a little bit. He won't know. And then reknit. So if I go back to here and then just reknit the ribbing, it'll be great. I think it'll be perfect. But isn't that cute? Look at sleeve island. One more sleeve, almost there. I think it's turning out really, really cute. He looks so cute in it. He's 6 years old. And we are a skiing family. So I told him he could wear this skiing this winter. Isn't it fun? This pattern is called Cartography, and it's by Tin Can Knits. And the yarn I used is Swish DK from Knitpicks. I think it turned out great. And then his little sister said, I want the same sweater, Grammy. Make me the same one, just like Rafi's. I have other ideas about that, but we will see. I picked out a cute little pattern. I didn't even know what it is. That has hearts. I really wanted to do that for her, but we'll see. We'll see. Almost done. I would really, really love to finish this today, or tomorrow before I leave on a trip. We'll see. I think it's turning out great. So that's a whip that's in. I'm going to bop back and forth between finished objects and whips today. I hope you don't mind. So another project that you've seen but is finished, and this is a new pattern, or two new patterns actually, that I will be getting out before this weekend. Today it's Wednesday, so before Saturday my goal is to get these patterns out. They're tested, they're done. I just need to do final edits and get them uploaded to Ravelry. So let me show you. You've seen this one. This is the string, no, you saw these, the string of beads mitts. They're just fingerless mitts. Very sweet. Love them. This is the third pair I made because I gifted away 2 pair already. Love them. Testers loved them. Had a great time with them. I was driving with 2 friends. One friend I made the first pair for. They were sitting on the console between, my other friend was I was in the back seat, the other friend was in the front seat. She said, oh, what are these? And I said, oh, try them on. Because friend 1 that I actually knit the first pair for has teeny tiny hands. Friend 2 is tall, very tall, and has much bigger hands. And I'm sort of medium in the middle. These mitts fit all 3 of us. I did not size the pattern for small, medium, large because they seem to fit everybody. So, string of beads mitts, watch for it in the next coming days because you know I always do a discount when the pattern is released, so be sure to watch for it. Then, I also made a hat to go with them. So this is the string of beads hat. And I think I did show this already. It's a little beanie. Of course, if you want it to be slouchier, you just add extra repeats. It will be in sizes. And look at that cool ribbing. Very, very simple broken rib. A modified broken rib. So cool. And here is the crown. A lot of texture, fun crown. And so I had made that one. Then I wanted to make another one. So I went into Stash and I found, I think I showed you this pretty blue yarn that was from Toad Hollow. And I made this beautiful blue. Love this pretty soft blue, my color. Then I decided that this would be really cute on my granddaughter because she's a blondie, just like me. So I did a little modification to do a child size hat. And I'm going to put some pictures in here because we took some pictures in our hats. So here they are. She loved her hat. She wore it everywhere around the house. And I think she looks really adorable in it. So I hope you enjoyed the pictures. Again, the hat is tested. The pattern will be coming in the next couple days. Just want to get it, just need to get it final edited and edited and uploaded. Because we are still in the middle of our Warm Ears M24. And I was so excited. Warm Ears M24, which is a make-along to make any hats or ear warmers, anything that keeps your ears warm. Knit, crochet, sew, whatever, weave, whatever you like to do. And this is being hosted on Ravelry, in my Ravelry group, Chit Chat Knits Ravelry group, and also on Instagram with the hashtag Warm Ears M24. And this morning I went in, let me look at my number. Okay, this morning I went in, there's a finished object thread, and I checked it, and there are 64 finished object posts in Ravelry. And that was really exciting to me because you all are knitting hats, and a lot of them are for charity. Yay, yay you. The first post is mine, but I've made 2 hats that I have not shown in that are not in the finished object thread. So we've done very well. And a few people have, was it Carla Knits? She did 3 hats and only posted it twice. So you have been banging out the hats, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for participating. I do have prizes, and I'll be showing those in upcoming episodes. And I will choose winners after November 1st. So you have a good couple weeks to get your finished objects in there. Thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate it. Now, I also have another knit along that's going. This one is a knit along, not a make along. And this one I've told you about. This is called the Better Than Fiction Mystery Knit Along. This is a collaboration that I did with Wendy of Knitters Brewing Company, and she is an amazing designer. She does just amazing, amazing things. So I thank you, Wendy. It was really, really fun. We've had a good time with this, and all the proceeds from our patterns are going to Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. And I'm so grateful for all your sales, for all your purchases of our pattern. Better Than Fiction Mystery Shawl. Now let me show you. I am going to show you Monday, 2 days ago, week 2, or we call it book 2, pattern was released. So we're well into book 2. So I am going to show you book 1. Here it is. Book 1 was, each section of the shawl is based on a fiction genre. And the first one was legal thriller. And you can see there's some legal inspired design in there. Now, oops, drop stitches, get those back on. So I've already knit this once, and I'm not showing you the finish till we finish the knit along. But I'm knitting again. I'm knitting along again because it's just so fun to make. I'll probably gift away the first one and keep this one because this time I'm making a fall shawl, and I'm not particularly a fall color wearer, but I'm really loving this. So let me just show you. Okay, first of all, a little tip. I put in a lifeline after I finished book 1, I added a lifeline. And if you don't know what a lifeline is, it's basically just you're weaving, like as if I were going to add a lifeline here, I just slide another piece of yarn in through these stitches. If you get your stitches down to the cord, you can just take a darning needle and slide them in very easily. Now, a lifeline is very helpful if you're knitting along, especially on a really big project. And if they're, I mean, this is not tricky stitches at all, but I just thought I wanted a lifeline in there just in case something goes off. If I'm not paying attention and my stitch gets off and I need to rip back, I can go back to the lifeline and easily pick up my stitches. So if I haven't explained that well and you don't quite understand, please let me know and I will help you out with that. I'm a firm believer in lifelines because they have saved me. So I put a lifeline in. Now, here's my next question. Okay, here's my next yarn. Isn't that pretty? So it's orange, and I don't have the ball band with me right here, so I can't even tell you what it is. But do you see that it's those beautiful oranges with a little bit of pink undertones? So pretty. Now, here's pinky purple, actually. So here's my question. Okay, here's 1 and 2, and I need a third one. Okay, here it could be 3. I think that's lovely. Or, oh, and I only have a small amount of this. Only have a mini skein. So I would need to go out and find this color in a fingering weight. Or teal. I really like that. Purple. I really like that. Both, I don't have enough of this one. So either of these I'm going to need to go out and find and purchase, and that's fine. But what do you think? I need your vote. Purple or teal? I need to hear from you. Please vote. I have a couple of sections before I need to get to this one, so I have a little time. Katie, maybe we could find a yarn shop in Nashville. Just a thought. Find something to go with that. Okay, I know I always complain about allergies, but it is fall. We were riding in the woods yesterday, and something in the woods has gotten to me. And I've been sneezing and itchy nose. Oh well. So please, I'm sorry if I itched my nose. All right, I need your vote. I need your vote. Okay. So there's a spoiler. You should already have book 1 done. Well, I shouldn't say that. Me, who's always behind on everything. Who knows? I'll put a spoiler up here before we get to this part. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I told a little kindness story, and I asked for your kindness stories. If you feel free to share, I'd love to hear them. But let me just real quick, a little kindness act. Now, so often it's the little things that we don't even think are making a difference that make a difference. So when we were traveling home from Michigan, we had our RV set up, our big, and it's not always easy to get into a gas station when we have a full-size van and a trailer. And so, it can be tricky getting in to fill up with fuel. And so we had 2 incidences where people did these small things that were so kind. So the first one, we pulled into a gas station, and where we could get in, there was a gentleman in front of us, and he was filling up gas cans. He had his truck parked in front of by the pump, and he had cans that he was filling up. Well, we couldn't get far enough in to get to the second pump that we needed to get to. We weren't trying to get to his. We were just trying to get to the one behind him. But because of his truck, we couldn't pull in far enough. And so we were just sitting there waiting, and he looked up and he saw us, and he got in his truck and he pulled his truck off to a parking spot and came back and continued filling his cans so that we could get far enough in. It's a small thing, but it made a difference. It was so kind. We got out, we thanked him for doing that small act. And then we were on our way home, so we were down the road, a couple hours. I don't know how, whatever. We needed to fill up the gas again. And we pulled in, and another person pulled in front of us to the pump ahead of us, again seeing that we were too long to get into that space to fill up with gas. He got in his car. He pulled around to a different gas pump, allowing us to use that lane to fill up with gas. These people didn't need to do that. We could have waited, but they showed these simple acts of kindness. And both my husband and I said, wow, there are really kind people in this world who will go out of their way to make things more convenient for us. Wasn't that nice? So I just encourage you, there's a lot of hate talk out there if you're on anywhere on the internet. Can you help spread some kindness with me? Deflate some of this hate conversation, and let's look for the good. All right. Tell me about your fall. Are you enjoying the beautiful colors? Am I too early to put up Christmas decorations? What do you think about my yarn? Teal or purple? Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you spending this time with me. And until next time, happy making. Bye for now.